Good afternoon. My name is Damara Austin, and I am a math teacher. I have been teaching math to grades 6 through 12 for the last 4 years, as well as tutoring and all of that good stuff. Before that, I was a teaching assistant for college level math classes at Kansas State University, where I got my master's, and at St. Mary's College of Maryland, where I got my bachelor's. Also, I have tutored the SAT, the ACT, and the GRE math sections of their exams, as well as the ISEE exam, and prepared students for the ALEX prep test exam. My trick/demo lesson for today will be showing students how to test a number for divisibility by 11. We will introduce the concept of alternating sums, and I am assuming that students have already learned the definitions of factor and multiple, although I'll review it briefly. I'm going to share my screen and get started. All right, so today we're going to be talking about divisibility by 11, divisibility by 11. Just to review our vocabulary, because factor and multiple, we can switch the two up. Just to review, remember, in the multiplication equation, 3 times 5 equals 15. 3 and 5 are both factors of 15. 15 is a multiple of 3, and 15 is a multiple of 5. Multiple is a longer word, so those are your larger values. Factor, smaller word, those are the smaller numbers, what makes up the number versus what the number multiplies into. All right, so to start, I'd like for you all to shout out a couple different multiples of 11. 33, I heard 77, I heard 88. Did somebody say 0? 0? Remember, 0 is a multiple of all numbers. 0 is a multiple of all numbers. 0. Okay. So I see that everybody is telling me repeating 2-digit numbers. What about 3-digit multiples of 11? Does anybody know any 3-digit multiples of 11? All right, you got 110. How did you get that? You added 11 more to 99, perfect. You can keep on adding 11 more. We get 121, add 11 more, we get 132, and keep on going. The pattern, though, isn't as nice as those 2-digit multiples of 11. So today I'm going to show you a trick for being able to tell if a number is a multiple of 11. That's not one of the easier ones. To do this, I first need to introduce to you something called alternating sums. Alternating sums, what does the word alternate mean? Right, to switch between two different modes. Sums, what does that usually have to do with? Addition, perfect. So I'm gonna put a plus down. All right, alternate, I need to do the opposite of addition. What's that? Subtraction. Okay, alternate, I gotta go back. And now I have my two modes. I just keep writing plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Man, it looks like I just threw some symbols up here on the board, but these are instructions. Alternating sums, and when you look at the digits of a number and you write the digits underneath each of the symbols. So let's think about, somebody give me a number. Okay, 532. There are only 3 digits, so I only needed 3 symbols. We can ignore the rest for now. What this tells me to do, is to add and subtract those numbers in the order they're presented. You always start with 0. So say plus 5 minus 3 plus 2. What is the value of that? Well, 0 plus 5, 5. 5 minus 3, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. All right. What about if we had a number like 2? What's the alternating sum of the number 2? Well, I write my, it might help, it might help to, always write your symbols at the top. So I do 0 plus 2 equals 2. All right, you try. I'd like you to tell me, what is the alternating sum for 362, 5,793, and we'll do a big one. I'm just going, you give me a number. 3, you give me a number. 4, you give me a number. 9, you give me a number. 7. Okay, alternating sum of 3,497. All right, great. So what did you find? For part A, we got our answer. 3 minus 6 plus 2. 3 minus 6 plus 2, -1. 5 minus 7, -2, plus 9, 7. Minus 3, 4. 3 minus 4, -1, plus 9, +8, minus 7, +1. All right. So you know how to calculate alternating sums now. Perfect. Everybody get those as their answers? All right. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? All right. So now here's our big wow moment for the day. Big wow moment for the day. If the end result excuse me, let me rewrite that. If the alternating sums of a number is divisible by 11, then that number is divisible by 11. If the alternating sum of a number is a multiple of 11, then the number is a multiple of 11. Let's see this in action. Actually, I want you all to look at what you have for your multiples of 11 that we did at the beginning of class. Is this true? Is this true for those 2-digit multiples of 11? Is this true for those 2-digit multiples of 11? Perfect. Why? Exactly. You add a number, you take away that same amount, you're at 0, and 0 is a multiple of 11. Perfect. Wonderful, beautiful, amazing. All right. Is 979 a multiple of 11? Sorry, this is supposed to be our example. Example. All right, I'm going to write out my plus, minus, plus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. You remember that it starts on plus because you always want to start out having a good day, right? You start out with a positive mindset. Some things may take you down, and that's okay. But if you start out positive, you'll be good. So we start with plus. I write my numbers underneath, 9, 7, 9. This reminds me that I'm doing 0 plus 9 minus 7 plus 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. 2 plus 9 is 11. Because 11 is a multiple of 11, 979 is a multiple of 11. Is a multiple of 11. In fact, it's 11 times 1. All right. What about the other numbers? What can you tell me about the 3 numbers that you tested before? Correct. None of them were multiples of 11 because we didn't get any multiples of 11 in those results. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, we're going to take the challenge up a notch. I have a worksheet where you all can find out if these 5, 6, and 7-digit numbers are multiples of 11. You can find it in your documents tab. All right, so that was my demo lesson on teaching alternate sums so that students can easily test if a number is divisible by 11. There are also divisibility tests for 3, 7, and lots of other numbers. Yeah, and so that's an example of one trick that I can teach students and kind of my teaching style and things like that. I hope that you found this little tutorial informational, and I hope that it gave a great view into how my teaching style is. And I hope that you can tell by the ways that I kind of threaded in the flow of student conversation that I keep students engaged. I make them active participants in their learning. It's not just me talking at them, it's us having a conversation together with the end goal of solving whatever problem it is we start out the day with. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.